I'm glad the microphone on my computer
Fantastic
works.
timing.
Yeah, right. Of
As
course.
soon as you hit
Right,
live,
right as
the
you go live,
PA.
it's like,
Oh, fantastic!
ladies and gentlemen,
That is spectacular.
that
I
is
mean, just crazy.
spectacular.
Just ridiculous. But is it overwhelming me? Like, can you still hear me talking?
When he talks, yes. Everything else,
Okay.
no.
That's fine. Well, hello everybody. Andrew was here 6 minutes early. Ben was here a minute early.
This is where
Jake was
legends
here
are
right
made.
on time.
I love that energy.
Evan is here as well. Everyone ready for this game. I think
Evening.
most people are very excited for this Warriors game, especially with the way things went last time the Celtics played the Warriors, which is spoiler alert, was not very good. But got a new chance today. Are you guys buying into this whole narrative? Like, oh, the Celtics are scared. They haven't meant to block against the Warriors,
Yes.
et cetera, et cetera. You think so?
I saw it last time with my own eyes a month ago. It's true.
I think it's bogus.
I would absolutely like them to come out and shatter it today, but from what I saw a month ago, they certainly looked scared when they were at Chase Center. They looked like a completely different team than we'd seen all season. They got broken, and it took them a while to recover too. That's not what you need out of this game. This is a game. It's a big prove it game. It's one to shut people like me up that somewhat believe that they were a little bit punked out in Golden State in San Francisco. This is a big opportunity for them. Big opportunity for Tatum. You just scored 50 on the Hornets. Congrats. Do something against the Warriors. You haven't played well against them in a while. This is a big game against a 500 team.
Can Jack turn it up a little? I don't
The
know.
answer is no. I don't have my microphone, Landon, so you get what you get tonight. I left the mic at home by accident because it was my first time at the Garden in a while, which to answer Ben's question, yes. And they decided to do in-arena announcements as soon as we started the stream. So, no, I cannot turn up a little bit.
I cannot hear a word he said.
So here's one thing that I want to push back on
enough.
that I think people forget about that first game against the Warriors. They didn't have Al Horford, and they certainly did not have Robert Williams. So I am not going to overreact to that first game. Do I think that there is like a mental edge here? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is the team that you lost to in the finals. Like, there's, whether you want to acknowledge it or not, like there's going to be some mental edge there. But in terms of, is this like a monkey that they've got to get off their back? No, like I don't think that this game should change the way that you view the Celtics as much as it's just, this is a challenging team. Like, regardless of whether they're hovering around 500 or not, it's still the Warriors. It's still Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green and company, Jordan Poole. Like, they've got really, really good players there. They've got a great coach. They might not be playing up to what their expectations are, but it's still the Warriors. You still have to respect them. And right now, they're still the reigning champions. So you have to show up to play these guys. And yeah, to a degree, Jimmy J, like I get it's a mental hurdle, but like I don't think it's just like massive, incomprehensible, like monstrosity. Like I don't think it's this crazy thing. I really don't think it's that.
I'm big on the prove it to me train before I toss back to Jack, as he has recovered from the ghostliness of the absolute bright light. What up? Okay.
You can't hear us?
You can't hear us. Okay. We've got some comments. Kayla had asked if Jalen was playing the starting lineup. Did answer that for her in the chat. You have Smart, Brown, Tatum, Horford, Robert Williams, the Avengers out there to start the game today. Very good news. This is the first time we have seen anything like this season. Have they all started together yet? I don't think so. I'm not sure that they did.
I don't know for sure, but I wonder. Now I kind of want to see if there's been any minutes. I feel like there must have been. I don't know about starting, but they've been on the floor at the same time.
Yeah, they definitely have. They had come on the floor at the same time.
Jackwell?
I'm very annoyed. I have no idea what's happening because I went to even like test my audio in the settings and it was working, but I just couldn't hear YouTube. So like, I'm back there. I fixed it anyways.
Okay.
I know your pain. Half my equipment doesn't work half the time. Sometimes it's the Wi-Fi, sometimes it's the mic, sometimes it's the earpiece. You never know. You spin the wheel. What are you going to get today? Right now, all three of it works. Jack doesn't work. Oof, tough break.
That's rough, buddy.
I am back though. Hopefully you can hear me. The music is loud, but I am here. And I don't know what you guys were talking about before I was gone. What did I miss? What did I miss?
We were talking about
not much.
the starting lineup being back together, all 5 of them as starters the first time this season, Jack. Do you know if this is the first time they've all been out there as a starting lineup?
I think so. I think it is the first time they've started together this season. Excuse me, I believe so, yeah.
Landon saying you sound adequate.
I appreciate
Aw,
it. Thank you.
shucks.
Trying my best. Trying my best, Landon.
Jack, what are the vibes in there like? Is it busy yet? Are there a lot of people in there? What do you see?
It seems like people are packing the house. We still got 18 minutes till game time. I mean, a lot of empty seats still. Usually you don't see all the seats fill until like a couple minutes before the game starts. But, I mean, back in and around the Garden. Sorry, the lighting gets messed up. I have to fix it. In and around the Garden, there's a lot of people here. Like Chris Haynes is here from TNT. So it's like, it seems like the national media is very focused on this game. So there's like a lot of background moving parts everywhere. Like I went to come up the elevator and there's like a million people crowded around and I'm sitting there. And usually, like, I mean, for example, I was here for the Rockets game. It was just me. So put that in perspective for you. There's a lot of people excited for this game.
Did you feel unsafe with the amount of people in the elevator?
No, it wasn't even like the elevator was packed. It was just like there were a lot of people standing around in the back. So I had to like wait in and amongst the crowd.
Now I take it the team has come out of the tunnel. There you go. Excellent.
Yes, they have.
All right. Well, very exciting stuff. You have them. They're coming out the tunnel now. The fellas are back. The Avengers in the starting lineup. It is a big get-right game as we see what looks to be the court. Some would say it's the sun as how bright it is, but what are you going to do? Jack at the game up top saying it's already filling up. Now, I'd imagine we have the privilege of getting to listen to Brian Anderson tonight as I try not to put my head in the
TNT,
microwave.
right.
I saw Van Gundy. I'll say that.
Yep.
Which
that's
one?
The team. Jeff's on
Stan?
ESPN, so it's Stan.
It's Jeff?
Stan. I don't know.
Stan.
It was
Which
one
one
of
looks
them.
like
very
Mario?
good-looking guy.
It's Stan.
Ugh, Brian Anderson, the absolute worst.
Yeah.
But this is a big get-right game. The Celtics are not really get-right per se. I mean, they've only won 7 in a row. But it's a big mental hump game. I think Jimmy J kind of nailed it. And now they have a 4-game lead of the second seed in the Eastern Conference. That's a big gap. You want to keep building on that and just keep working. Just in case the end of the season comes, you can start resting guys and secure that 1 seed. You don't need to win a record number of games. You can't anyways. This is a tremendous opportunity for the Celtics to put their foot on the gas and really put together a real winning streak. They got up to, I want to say 8 earlier in the season, then it got snapped. 9 maybe. I don't know how high they got on the winning streak, but
I can check.
It is a big game. The feel there is big, according to Jack, who is there. And I'm excited. Tim, you're definitely excited.
Yes, I'm so excited.
9 in a row earlier this year.
9 in a row.
9 in a row.
The chat is excited. Lots of fist bumps flying
a lot
around.
of fist bumps. I was trying to acknowledge. Come on. Some love. Give some love. There we go. Yeah.
We've got a few
Jimmy
comments
J, very
here.
confident.
They need this win for their own mental confidence. We kind of talked about this earlier. I'm the only one that really believes in that right now.
I mean, Joe Mazzulla said before the game, he was like, I haven't asked them, but I assume they think about it a little. But it, like from what they're saying and from what the vibe is, it's not like consuming them, right? Like it doesn't seem like they're super concerned about it. The way I see it is like obviously there's some sort of knowledge. Like a team beats you in the finals, you don't just let it go, right? Like they know they want to beat this team, but if they lose tonight, I don't think it will like completely dismantle the Celtics. And there's also some important context to that old Warriors, other Warriors loss. Obviously, the Warriors are amazing at home. They're such a good team at home this year. The Celtics were also missing not only Robert Williams, but also Al Horford. They were starting Blake Griffin that game. So that doesn't excuse Tatum's down game or any other of the ups and downs and mistakes in that game. But there is some important context behind it too. I just don't like the narrative that, the Celtics stink against the Warriors. Like, outside of the finals, which, by the way, went to 6 games. It's not like they got swept by the Warriors in the finals last year. And this one loss, they played the Warriors really well in recent years, right? Look back even to the IT days, they have a pretty good record against the Warriors. So I don't like this whole, they're mentally weak narrative when it's really just been a 6-game series, which they lost. I mean, shit happens, and then one bad game. So, I don't know.
That's about what I think too. I mean, pretty much down to a T on that point. I think ultimately, I don't think this is a statement game, but I think overall, just like get a little bit of wind underneath your wings, whatever you want to call it, confidence. Sure, I think ultimately it's just a matter of them getting on the same page and keeping everything rolling. Like they've been playing really well lately. They've got everyone, now with Jalen back, they've got everyone together. So it's time to see what this group can actually do when you have that lineup. I'm interested to see how they go about their guard rotation on the bench. Do you see Peyton Pritchard at all tonight? Now you're going to have Derek White off the bench too because you've got Jalen. Do you sub Rob out early? Do you sub Al out early? Like, I'm just very interested to see how they're managing things, especially with Jalen coming back off of that left adductor strain. I think it's left adductor.
Well, Missoula
Anyway.
did say if he plays, no minute restriction, which was the biggest telltale ever that he was going to play.
Yeah.
I love that he's trying to do a smoke screen and be like, oh, he's still questionable. He might sit. But if he does play, we're not going to restrict him at all.
Jalen's too competitive. He was not going to sit it out.
Oh, yeah.
Too competitive.
I think the first tweet about Jalen playing surfaced on Tuesday. Like, he was playing today. There was
I think
no
they had him
hiding it.
listed as questionable, and they were like, yeah, he's probably going to play.
Yeah.
Like, he's aiming to play.
I really would like to see a big Tatum game over anything else. Well, obviously a win. But in terms of individual things I'm looking for today, a big Tatum game is number one for me. And the reason why is because as an individual, he hasn't really been that great against the Warriors. He had one really nice game when it was the COVID year and nobody was in the Garden. But besides that, he hasn't really been a guy against the Warriors throughout his career. Certain guys like Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart have been a part of the teams that really gave the Warriors a hard time back in their real heyday when they were rolling everybody. Jayson Tatum, to my memory, has not had any real monster games against the Warriors. He's due. He's coming off a heater. And I'm sure he's had this one circled for at least the last month. Never mind since June, when, by the way, they should have won the finals and they didn't, which I had to tweet about today because I saw pictures from the finals and it just reminded me, and I was like, wow, the scenes that were there, I cannot believe they did not win. Tim, you were there. You were at game 4. The game that I will never believe that they lost. Can't believe it. Up 8 in the fourth quarter, something like that. Shot a bunch of threes.
Thank you so much for reminding me. I really, really love that. Thank you. Thank you for that gentle reminder. Really needed that. It's already going to be bad enough watching it on TNT tonight. You just know, like, every 5 minutes, they're going to be like, these two teams faced off in the NBA Finals where the Warriors won it in 6 games. And it's just going to be this whole thing the entire night.
I don't think there's any local stream.
No, all you're going to hear is Stan Van Gundy being like, well, I think that was a good call. It's going to be a nightmare.
I don't mind Van Gundy. Anderson's the problem. He's terrible.
I have certain issues with Van
Gundy. I don't understand your hatred. It doesn't make sense.
For Van Gundy.
He's lame. He doesn't add anything to any moment. He sucks. You can see a fantastic play, and he adds nothing. If you're good at your job, meaning you've earned the national spotlight, like a lot of these guys, like Mike Breen, he adds to moments. Mark Jones is fine. He adds to moments. There are guys that you get excited. Kevin Harlan's fantastic. Anderson, who cares? So dull, boring, monotone voice.
Is he like the color commentary version of like almond milk? Like he's just there.
Yeah, that's a good comparison.
Tofu. He's like completely flavorless unless you put something else with it.
Even though I've recently transitioned to almond milk in my coffees.
Have you tried oat milk? It's much better.
Oh boy, no, I haven't done that one yet.
Oh, milk is much better. I promise.
Interesting.
Well, I don't mind either. I don't mind the almond milk. It's fine.
It's a consistency thing.
It's true.
It's weird.
I will warn you guys now. Since TNT starts at exactly 7:30, I might have to go out a little bit early because in 9 minutes it's going to get way too loud for me to talk in here.
That's fine. We can
That's
bow
fine.
it early. Make sure we get in front of the TV then.
Yeah.
Because they love to hit you with that quick start. We fell victim last week, Jack.
Yeah.
We're gonna do introductions in, I can tell you, 8 minutes and 54 seconds. So about
It's
5
gonna
minutes
be
after
real
that,
loud.
they're gonna start right at 7:30. So be ready for that today.
Boy.
Yes.
Well, that's good for sleep.
I guess. I mean,
As someone
yeah,
that's been up early.
I gotta get up early tomorrow too, so I will value that.
What for? Are you
you gotta go home.
flying somewhere?
No, I'm picking Zoe, my girlfriend, up at the airport at 7 a.m. So I'm bright and early.
Don't like that. That sounds pretty terrible. And you're gonna get in like real late. Are you staying after for post game stuff?
Yeah, I'll be there for post game and stuff, and then I'll get out of here. I'll usually get home around like 12:31. I mean, that's around when I'm going to bed anyway, so it's fine. Phil saying show the warm ups. I mean, like Sam said earlier, it's just gonna look like the sun. So you're probably
Show
not gonna
warm-ups.
I mean, can you see anything?
Phil, go YouTube a video of the sun.
Yeah, you're just not gonna be able to see anything.
It's actually it's exactly like staring at like one of those square fluorescent lights you see in, like a prison or like a middle
You're
school.
not gonna get to see. They're currently showing 2 older gentlemen.
Oh god,
eating
that
hot
is the
dogs, and
worst.
The crowd is loving it.
Boy.
There's that. Looked incredible since landing. I'm glad I helped you with that phenomenal video.
A phenomenal view. Phenomenal.
Let me see here. I hope Malcolm gets some real burn. I mean, I assume, like Tim said earlier, I think it'll be interesting to see how they run the guards off the bench with Rob starting instead of Derek White. Who will be the first off the bench? I have to guess you'd probably see D. White and you might get like some sort of triple substitution. Like you'll probably see one of the bigs and Jalen stay in, and then Malcolm, Derek White, and Grant come in for the other three. So Henry's saying, "Where are you, Henry? I'm at the guard."
God.
My brother lost.
I'll tell you what, before Jack goes, we can get this out of the way now so he can contribute. We've got the pregame pick. I've changed the name for alliteration purposes. Presented by Smash the Odds. At Smash Odds on Twitter. You can follow them for daily free picks. Subscribe for the premium picks for the premium payday. Andrew Wiggins over 4.5 rebounds is the pick from the man at Smash the Odds. My pick is Jayson Tatum over 3.5 threes. That is plus money for you. The rest of the odds aren't great on the 3-pointers today. The books are afraid to post Rob lines. There are no lines on rebounds or totals on Rob. That was my go-to, but we did not get any today. Tell you what, the Wiggins bet seems pretty good after he killed them in the finals. So something to keep your eye on for sure. Jack, do you have any picks as you struggle up top there?
My classics are still good. Plus money on DraftKings. Over 1.5 threes for Derek White and or Grant Williams. Plus 160 for Grant. Plus 120 for Derek White. So I like both of those. DraftKings does have lines for Rob. So if you're looking for that points, rebounds, plus assists, Rob is sitting at 17.5. So I don't know if that sways you, Sam. But that is where Rob is lying on DraftKings right now.
All right. And while we're doing ads, looking to get yourself tickets to a Celtics game or other event, head over to SeatGeek and use promo code. This one's different. HBTC to save $20 on your first purchase. Finally got them to change the code over from my name, so now it's just the name of the podcast, abbreviated. If you're trying to go to a game, concert, comedy show, whatever, let us help you out. HBTC, $20 off on SeatGeek. All right, we're back.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
Yeah. What did you change it from? What did it used to be? Pregame pick? Or was it just pick of the night?
Pick of the night.
I think pregame pick's got a nice ring to it. Pretty straightforward. Look at that.
Now I've been hitting the keys a little bit more on the writing. I get the juices flowing.
The alliteration right there. Luis saying an interesting point in the chat.
I have to agree.
I guess maybe.
Wow, someone definitely thought the same thing. I'm gonna be that guy, but yeah, like Clearly, someone agrees with you.
I didn't even catch that one. I'm an idiot.
Ooh, someone caught it.
Brutal. All right, I'm going to
Moron.
get out of here a little bit early, find my seat because there's a lot more people tonight because it's such a big game. So I'm gonna go.
Hey, let him know you're a regular and not to take your seat. Don't you dare
Well,
let him push you around.
We
You
shall
see Chris Haynes, you let him know.
No, Chris Haynes is down by the I'm not sitting.
Well, you see Anderson, tell him he sucks.
Yeah, Chris
All right,
Haynes
I'll catch
doesn't
y'all
sit
later.
with the plebes.
Goodbye, everybody.
He sit with the commoners.
Jack, goodbye.
Later, man. Best of luck.
All right, thank God. All right, we've got a lot of laughing faces in the chat. Henry asking if Poole's overhyped. I believe Poole's having a down year this year. I got to look it up, but I'm almost
got paid and
90%
got
sure
punched in
he's
the
not
face.
been very good.
No, and he cooled off, but also the Warriors have been underwhelming. I think part of that also has to do with the fact of we talked about it before. They let a bunch of role players go, and it really impacted their depth and it impacted their flow entirely with the rotations. They lost Gary Payton, they lost Otto Porter, Bjelica they lost too. I feel like there might be one person I'm forgetting too, but like they lost all of these people, and they never really properly replace them. So now they're kind of in this weird spot where they don't have the pieces that they need. And then as soon as they get an injury, like they're signing people to like two-way deals and then converting them. Didn't they just sign like Ty Jerome? And then who else did they sign? They just
You're
converted
asking the
somebody
wrong
else.
guy for that.
Oh man, I saw
I don't know.
someone mentioned it the other day.
I can't tell you. I looked it up. Jordan Poole, more points this year. Slightly lower from the field. It was about 45% last year. Now it's 43.7. The 3-point lines where he's taking a dive. 36.4 last year from 3. This year, 31.8. So that means he's going to make 6 tonight. That's just those are the rules right there. He's going to all of a sudden know how to shoot threes again. You saw in the finals, he was making crazy threes to beat the buzzer. Did it twice, I want to say. Very annoying. Can't believe the Celtics let that guy get a ring. It's unbelievable. You find anything on Ty Jerome?
No, it's bothering me now. I'm just
I
gonna
hope
pull up
it's
their
not
cap
him because
sheet.
he's got a very high career average against the Celtics. Towards
Yeah,
the top.
it is Ty Jerome.
Oof.
He might be I think they might have just converted him recently. I don't know if Basketball Reference is updated, but he is on their sheets. We got Anthony Lamb. I know that they've Patrick Baldwin Jr., Moses Moody, Kuminga. Yeah. So it was really that Ty Jerome one and then Anthony Lamb. And then I think they've got Mac McClung on their books too, but I think there was something else about him.
Really?
11 minutes till
'Cause he's
game
on the
time per
Philly G League
TNT.
team.
Yeah, I
The
think
Bluecoats.
he must have gotten waived or something, and then he's still on their cap sheet just because this isn't updated. You know what? I need to use Fanspo. That's what I got to use. Fanspo is updated for the most part.
Hey, they don't pay us.
Yeah, I know. It'd be cool if they did, though, right?
Yeah,
I
they don't
plug
need to
them
pay
every
us.
single time I can. Fanspo.
They don't need to pay us.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
they got Ty Jerome on the books. He's on a 2-way. Anthony Lamb's on a 2-way. I think they just converted Ryan Rollins.
they miss their rotation guys. They do.
JaMychal Green
that'll
didn't
hurt
pan
you.
out for them either. JaMychal Green was a bad pickup for them, which is surprising. He was a guy that I wanted on the Celtics like probably 2 years back, I think. He was a guy that I thought would be like a good rotational piece. Who's injured? Let me pull up their injury report. It's a really good question.
Wiseman is out, Iguodala is out, and JaMychal Green and one other guy. Actually, I should be able to find this for you very quickly because I just saw it.
Let's see.
Come on. Now I'm seeing all kinds of stuff from the NBA France game, which I don't care about. Shame. I can't find who the last guy is, but I can't imagine it's anybody that's going to really make a difference.
Woof.
We've got about 5 minutes to tip. Tim, any keys that stick out to you tonight? Anything you want to see them build on? Things they've been doing great lately that they need to continue to do? Things they need to prevent the Warriors from doing?
I just want to see them go out and play strong, play hard, play fast, play the way that you need to play, because it's frustrating to see them go into these mental lapses where they just go away from everything that's working. So I want to see them consistently do that. This is a team, again, that, there are some, underlying mental aspects there, but it's not a team that they should lose to, especially when they've got everyone in the lineup. I know Jalen's just coming back, but they should handle this team, and I expect them to. But it's not going to be easy. Warriors are going to play them tight. Steph Curry is going to be shooting well. I want to see how Jayson Tatum responds to the defense because they're going to be throwing bodies at him all night. They kind of gave the formula to a bunch of other teams on how to defend Tatum, and that is just throw two bodies at him, blitz him off screens, try and trap him, try and force the ball out of his hands. So he's just got to be quick with those reads.
Yeah, I really agree with Landon here. I went and looked. Now, is a little different. Have a couple of extra guys in the lineup tonight. Al Horford and Rob Williams did not play at the Chase Center when they played last month. However, in that game last month, Celtics were out-rebounded pretty bad. Warriors 53 rebounds, Celtics only 39. And it really killed them. Felt like the Warriors got a ton of second chance points in that game, and it allowed them to continue to keep the lead and keep the Celtics out of the game. I would like to see the Celtics be able to play under control if things don't go well tonight. You saw them seem to panic in that last matchup with the Warriors. I've said it a million times throughout this show already. It's a big game to me. It's a big measuring stick game. Even if the Warriors are only 500, still the same group of guys that beat you in the finals. You need to be able to beat them. Move the ball around. Jaylen Brown's back in the lineup. That's an interesting storyline to this because before he went out, it felt like the ball was sticking at times with him. As he got closer to being injured there more recently, he was better. It was moving around. The team was more fluid. But I'm really keeping my eyes on that. Will he come out hot in the first quarter? If he doesn't, is it going to affect the team negatively? I think it will because he's going to keep chucking them. That's how he goes. So I'm hoping he's drilling shots to come out. All these guys need to have a chip on their shoulder. We talked about this the last time on the pregame before the Warriors game, and it just didn't seem to happen. I'm really upset. I was upset by that. Big time, big game, get some payback.
Mm-hmm.
This team has struggled on the road this year, the Warriors. Make them look like that team. Don't let them look like the team that came in June and beat you twice on your home floor to win. Because that should have been banner 18. And all those guys wearing green tonight should know that. It's bad.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that reminder.
Well, it's very upsetting.
Yeah, it's very
Shame.
upsetting.
They
could have been up
ashamed.
3-1 at the game that I went to. Oh,
I know. You see, they were
Why do you
ready.
wish to hurt me?
I was ready.
Why do you
I was
do
ready
this?
to be up
Why do you do
3-1.
this to me?
And then they said, we're going to shoot a bunch of threes. And then they lost. Jimmy J put in the chat about Curry having 40 that game, which is true. He did. He had a massive game. To me, that game was more on the Celtics. I don't care if Curry has 40 and they just don't play like dummies down the stretch, they win.
Yeah, I also think a big aspect of it is just experience. And like Steph did go supernova that series. He's the reason why the Warriors won that. Like Draymond, for all the talk that he made, he wasn't living up to expectations. Clay was so-so. Jordan Poole actually stepped up a bit. Andrew Wiggins actually was a serious piece for them. He was one of the better players. He was probably the second best player in that series behind Curry, I think, without question, because he had the toughest cover with Jayson Tatum. Even if Tatum was playing hurt, like it's still Jayson Tatum. But Steph was on a different level. That's part of the thing with Steph is, I just have so much respect for what he does. There's not many players that can do what he did, especially when you consider, like, I know that they're the Warriors, but like still no one was like, yeah, the Warriors are a title favorite that year. Like no one was saying that. They weren't. But anywho, game is about to just start right now, so I figure we should probably just wrap it up. Call it.
Yeah.
Put a pin in this thing.
Get out of here. Jesus.
Yeah.
Can't miss
boats were ready. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me, Luis.
Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you follow Tim on Twitter at Tim Shields NBA. You can follow me on Twitter at Sam LaFrance NBA. You can follow the show at How About Them C's on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and you can catch us on Heavy on Celtics. Don't follow Jack. He's not here. That's it for us. See ya.
Cheers.